Thanks for joining us for another edition of Weekend Winners. We focus on harness racing at Albion Park. Yes, we return to Albion Park this Saturday night. It's a 10-race program and action gets underway at 5:40. Some really interesting runners stepping out at headquarters this weekend. Our drivers in focus this weekend in Weekend Winners, Shane Graham and Nathan Dawson. And as you would expect, both guys have really good books. Shane Graham jumps in the hot seat to chat about all of his drives coming through on Saturday night, and he joins us now. Shane, appreciate the time.
No worries, Chris.
Race 1, we start with the old guy here, Chisholm, but he's absolutely flying. He's drawn the inside of the second row, which may prove a little tricky, but you can't knock him right now.
No, that's right. He, last time he came up with that draw, he was behind the leader, so he's sort of one of those opportunist horses, but yeah, you can't knock his form. He'll, if he gets a sort of good enough trip, he'll be running home.
You're drawn to follow out behind Just Josh, and do you think he's a chance of leading, or do you think you'll be 3 fence?
Nah, I'd imagine I'll be 3 fence, possibly 4 fence.
Okay, there is a bit of pressure off that front row, drawn towards the outside. Horses like the Announcer, Franco Hampton, Key Largo.
Yeah, there's a lot of speed there out wide in there, so they'll be all, and they're all go-forward horses, so, we're just, got to hope Just Josh can rail through and hold a forward position, and we're sort of just guided by them, really.
All right, so each way for Chisholm there in race number 1. Race 2, curious to talk about this drive here, Our Road to Mecca. This is the omen of the weekend. This is the APG Sales Sunday pace, and there's a full relation to Our Road to Mecca going under the hammer on Sunday, but this mare comes north and she's got really good credentials.
Yeah, I just sort of had a quick flick through the other day, and her form reads well, and Adam's got a good strike rate when he comes up here. He doesn't just come for the fun of it, so she's got the good draw and seems like she's in good form, so she should race well.
Yeah, Adam Regari does have an excellent strike rate when he rolls into town, and most times he always goes home with something. So looking at this mare's form, recent efforts have been very consistent. The fact that she comes up with a good draw, she's going to be very competitive here.
Yeah, you'd think so, It's always hard to line up interstate form in that, but it does read well, so I'm sure she'll, she'll go well.
All right. Race number 3. This is an interesting race in its own right as well. Uncle Shank, Hemsworth, they step out here, the stablemates in the same event. You're down to drive Rock Bottom, a recent addition to your stable, drawn the inside of the second row. Probably not a bad spot to be here because this race looks loaded with pace.
Yeah, that's right. Often's the case with these sort of mile races and a lot of speed on, you want to be on the fence. So, drawn 8's definitely not a bad thing.
What did you make of Rock Bottom last time out when 4th at Redcliffe?
Yeah, I thought it was a good run, He obviously travelled up sort of only a few days before the race and that, and had to settle in, and he sort of parked out and done it tough and kept sort of fighting all the way to the line. So, with that extra week or two under his belt and, probably a bit better draw than what he did at Redcliffe, yeah, he should race all right.
So has he pleased you this week in work?
Yeah, no, his work hasn't been too bad. He sort of seems to be laid back, but, yeah, his work's not terrible anyway.
Okay, it is a good money race, this race, just over $20,000, so not surprising that it is a strong lineup.
Yeah, that's right, they're good, these races, for, the horses coming through their grades and that. So, yeah, they're always very competitive.
Do you think Uncle Shank can clear from gate 7?
Yeah, he has nearly every other time. He's drawn off the front line, hadn't he? So I wouldn't think Saturday night would be any different.
All right. Race number 4, this is the Open. Great lineup here. Main players are Speeches Silver, backing up from Tuesday. Your Drive, LL Cool J and Governor Jujon, who was excellent winning last week at Redcliffe. What do you make of the field, and what do you make of your draw?
Yeah, no, it's a very good field. Like like we see most Saturday nights at Albion Park now. The free-for-alls are, very strong and very competitive. So it's no different this week. The draw probably be better if we drew 1, but 6 is what it is, and probably drawn inside of one of our dangers, Governor. So that's probably a tick for us anyway.
Just looking at this replay on the screen, you beat Governor Jujon here. He's come out and won since. So the form line's been frank. Does that give you some confidence?
Yeah, that's right. Like Cool J sort of, he probably, well, that's first time last week that I've ever really asked him off the gate and asked him to do it both ends. Governor was huge in that race to sit outside of him, but Cool J, he never looks real impressive, but he generally gets the job done. So, yeah, the form stacks up well with, like you said, Governor winning. So we'll see how we go this week.
Do you want to try and stay in front of Governor Jujon all the way?
Yeah, I'd say so. You know, like it's probably, you know, it's a bit of an advantage to draw inside of him, so you've got to try and keep that.
Okay, Speeches Sylvia would have caught his run on Tuesday. Excellent, nosed out behind Deus Ex in brilliant time.
Yeah, he was super. You know, he's a very fast horse, and you know he's always going to be you know, hard to hold out whenever he gets that close shot at you. So you know, if he's close enough, but there's a few others in the race that can win it also. So it's quite an even field.
Yeah, very competitive, the free-for-all there, race number 4. Let's move across to race 6. Elaguila Gate 7. That stings, but he's still right in the mix for mine.
Yeah, he is. He, you know, like his record's terrific. He never, you know, rarely puts in a bad race. Last week, you know, he had a good trip, but he still kept coming to the line. And the start before he raced in the free-for-all, and he got held up a little bit. You know, otherwise he would have finished closest. So he's just a good, consistent horse. And if he gets some sort of trip, like, he won't disgrace himself.
If this race was a mile on Saturday night, would you have been inclined to light him up early?
Possibly, yeah. Like, you know, because he does have quite good gate speed, but there is that little bit of gate speed inside of him. So, yeah, the 2100 sort of makes you, you know, you've got to think about things twice, but I suppose you just got to see what happens when they say go.
Okay, so a good each-way show, though.
Yeah, I think so, you know, like he's racing, you can't knock his form, so he'll be thereabouts.
Okay, race number 7, this race for the mares here, and we're over the mile. She's Koala T. You've worked this mare out now since she's come up from Bathurst. Her form of late's been sensational.
Yeah, she's been a real surprise packet, you know. She, I wouldn't have thought she would have done the job she'd done when she first come up, but she seems to, you know, at this stage keep improving each start, so she'll run another good race.
Spirited Bells and early scratching in this race. How does it play out with Voodoo Lou drawn gate 1? Are you any chance of crossing it? And with Fond Memories drawn on the back of Voodoo Lou, can they dominate here?
Yeah, it sort of looks that way. You know, it's always hard to cross side by side. If we probably had a few spots in between us, we might have been some chance, but I'd imagine side by side we probably can't. So it might be a sort of like a lead in behind the leaders race.
Okay, well that's She's Koala T there in race 7, going really well. Placed the last 5 starts now, which includes 2 wins. Race number 8, another race for the mares. Sweet Gemma, drawn the inside of the second row. Starts crucial here. Maggie finally comes up with a good draw. She hasn't had too many good draws so far, but she's got the ace here. But the unknown Smoke My Motor in gate 2. So if you end up behind the leader, that's a perfect spot.
Yeah, the ideal scenario would be, you know, Maggie leads and we're in behind it. But, yeah, like you said, the unknown one's the 2. So whether Maggie can hold or, you know, they might even look for cover. But at least she's there on the fence and, you know, she's going to get her shot.
She's a little bit frustrating, this mare, isn't she?
Yeah, look, she should be, her record should be better than what she is. I think she sort of promises a lot more and fails to deliver on race day. So I'm sure she's got a little bit more than what she's shown.
Okay, the other mare in this race that's got a really good form that you know well is Blue Ivy. She's chasing 3 on the bounce here. She's drawn out in 6. She's got gate speed herself, so that first turn, it could be interesting.
Yeah, that's right. She's going terrific, that mare, and like you said, she's got gate speed too, so no doubt she'll sort of probably look at getting across early as well. So, yeah, they could be going pretty solid in that first bend.
All right, a solid book of drives for you. Which one stands out?
It's probably just, you know, LL Cool J. He's probably, you know, the best of my drives in ability-wise, so we'll stick with him.
Okay, race 4, number 6. Shane, as always, appreciate the time. We'll see you trackside.
No worries. Thanks, mate.
Nathan Dawson jumps in the hot seat now to go through his book of drives for Saturday night's program at Albion Park. And Nathan is in sparkling form right now. It's been a hot start for 2022. Nathan, you're in terrific form. Let's hope that trend continues on Saturday night.
Yeah, it's been a good start to the season, so let's hopefully continue it.
Well, let's go right to race 2, the Ideal Dancer, a last start winner. This guy was big winning at Redcliffe last Saturday night, 3 wide to the breeze and just overpowered the favourite Lives Black. So he was awesome. Can he repeat?
Yeah, like he's a nice horse and he's probably got a good draw there for him. You know, last week probably wasn't really the best for him, but he still races well there. But he was too good last week, but we'll see how he goes this week.
This is a lot harder, though, than what he met last week.
Yeah, that's fair to say. You know, he's stepping up in grade, so whether he can step up or too tough for him, we'll find out Saturday.
You do have options from that draw. You can either go to the fence or you know, remain in that one wide line. So depending on the tempo, you've got options.
Yeah, we do, you know, and as he showed last week, he's pretty versatile. So we got the options and we'll try and make the right decision when it comes.
Okay, you're drawn to follow out Our Road to Mecca. She's the interesting runner here, coming up for Adam Regari. Her recent form looks pretty strong, so she's a key runner in her own right.
Yeah, she is, you know, she's a good horse and there's plenty of others in there that have good form. So, you know, if we get the right trip, we'll be in the race somewhere.
Okay, race number 3 on Saturday night, Glenletty Boy. This guy's more than handy. He's been unplaced his past 2 after going back-to-back. Where does he fit here, given that there's so much talent in this race?
Yeah, he's a capable type, but, you know, his last 2 probably haven't been his best. So if he can bring his best forward, he's definitely in there with a good chance.
Okay, Uncle Shank's the key runner here, along with the stablemate Hemsworth, but they've got some fairly tough draws to contend with. Do you think Uncle Shank can clear from gate 7?
Yeah, I think so, and I think he's got the respect to probably clear as well. So, you know, he's the one to beat, and every ride he should be.
All right, but you can still run a place with Glenletty Boy?
I think so. He's definitely capable of it.
All right. Race number 5 on Saturday night, Katacha Man, one of your winners last Saturday night here at Redcliffe. He was able to get the job done. Doesn't win by big margins, this guy, but he keeps trying all the way to the line.
Yeah, he's a bit of a lazy horse. He only does what he has to, so the closer they get to him, the harder he fights. So he never looks impressive, but he's always getting the job done.
Is this draw tricky for him, the inside of the second line?
Yeah, he's a lot better if he's up outside than we're in front, so he's not the best chaser, so I would have rather a different draw for him.
Okay. Given that you've got this draw, are you just hoping for a genuine tempo?
Yeah, that's really the only chance we have if they run a genuine tempo. You know, he'll keep whacking away from behind, but he doesn't like to run past them.
Okay, but that may come, that tempo, because Juddy Douglas, he can really get rolling if he finds the front.
Yeah, it looks like there should be some genuine tempo, so fingers crossed that's what happens.
All right, race number 6 on Saturday night, Squire. This guy continues to race really well. He was at the rear of the field last Saturday night at Redcliffe, but he had to do plenty of work. I didn't think he was disappointing, and that was strong company.
No, the horse is actually flying, you know. On paper, he doesn't look as good as what he's going, but, you know, he'd have to sit parked in 54 around Redcliffe and only be beaten 10 metres, so he's going well, but he's back in grade, and I think he should be nearly going close again.
Yeah, he looks very hard to beat in this field. Nice trailing draw. Hopefully there's some early tempo, which will assist your chances.
Yeah, that's right, and he's back out to 21, which is surprising, which is, you know, he runs his best trip over 21 now, so the mile's a bit quick for him, but 21's been his ideal prep this time in.
Okay, a really good chance there with Squire in race 6. Race 7 for the mares. Rani, another one of your winners last weekend here at Redcliffe. She was able to get the job done. This looks harder, and you've got speed to your inside.
Yeah, it looks a bit tough for her on paper, you know. She's good last week, but in weaker grade, and she only just got there, so stepping up in grade, it probably looks a bit tough for her.
It is a significant rise in grade too, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, Voodoo Lou drawn 1, she's Koala T, and Fond Memories just in behind them. American Fly's a last start winner, so it might make it a little bit tricky for Rani. But if she has any sort of luck, she can certainly run top 4.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say, but, you know, I think she's going to need a lot of luck.
All right, race number 8 on Saturday night. Blue Ivy. This is a mare that's in super form, chasing 3 on the bounce. And the start's going to be crucial here. She's drawn out in gate 6. Any chance of leading?
I think she is, you know. She's super quick off the arm, so pretty happy to pick up this catch drive, and I think she should go pretty good again.
Yeah, her recent efforts have been excellent, and she's versatile, this mare. So she looks like she's getting stronger as she gets a little bit older.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say, you know. Her last 2 have been really good, and she's done it from both ends, so, you know, you got options there. It makes it a lot easier.
Is the unknown in this race Smoke My Motor, the newcomer for Ricky Thurlow?
Yeah, I think so, but I know, like, my mare's pretty quick out, so, you know, I nearly got crossed from her on Laura Milady, which leaves the gate good, so, you know, they're going to have to be pretty quick inside us to hold us out.
Okay, good push there for Blue Ivy. What about race 9, another race for the mares, Ashley Nitro? You've driven this mare countless times at Redcliffe. Drawn the inside of the second row. I'm tipping that's not a bad spot for her.
No, I'm actually really happy with the draw. Her last start was good, having to come wide, and she just ran out of fitness late, so I think being better from last week and the inside draw, if she gets the right splits, she'll be there in the finish.
This is going to be her year. She's going to win a Saturday night race in 2022. Could it be this weekend, or do we have to wait just a few more times?
No, I think it could be. Like, all she needs is the right luck. She's definitely capable of it, but if we get the right splits when we need them, that's all we need.
Okay, I agree there. I don't think she's hopeless in that field, Ashley Nitro. And that takes us to the last race, 10, the trot. Garland Green, you were pipped right on the post last week behind Doug. Were you certain once you hit the line, did you know that you'd been beaten, or did you think you were a chance still?
Oh, it was pretty close. I wasn't really sure, but, you know, at Redcliffe, generally the outside, you sway towards it, so I knew it was close, but I was just praying to get number 5.
Okay, well, he comes back in distance on Saturday night, 2,138 metres. He's got a 20-metre handicap. Doug's got 35, so he's got to give you 15 start. Can he overcome that?
Yeah, well, if we go on mass, I should be winning by about 4 metres and 3/4. So, but no, yeah, I think he can. He's going well, and I think he'll be even better this week.
Okay, we've just discovered that you are a mathematician. So Garland Green is a realistic winning chance there. Doug's obviously the horse to beat.
Yeah, he's the one to beat, and, you know, he's chancy, but he's done everything right, and if he does, you know, it's going to be tough again, but I think we'll be able to get it done.
It's another solid book for you there on Saturday night. Which one stands out?
Yeah, I really like Squire and Blue Ivy. You know, I think those two have got good chance, and, you know, even the trotter, wouldn't be far away, so I'll be happy with all 3.
Awesome. Really appreciate the info. Best of luck, and we'll see you trackside.
Thanks, Chris.
As always, a big thanks to both Shane Graham and Nathan Dawson, giving up their time and insights ahead of their drives on Saturday night. We wish them the very best of luck. Time now to find a winner. We got outmuscled last week, declaring Lives Black, and he got owned by the Ideal Touch. This week, though, I think we can bounce back. Race 9, number 2, Misdemeanor. One of these newcomers here racing at Albion Park on the weekend, now under the care of Ricky Thurlow. She comes up, finds a very winnable race fresh up, draws ideally, hasn't trialled, but I think she can score here fresh up. Race 9, number 2, Misdemeanor, marking her as the best bet. Remember, if you are having a gamble this weekend, please do so responsibly. 10 races at Albion Park. Action gets underway at 5:40.